Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mr. Zangetsu 1997 here, and we're here for part 9 of the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. In this part, we're going to be taking on Twilight Harbour, then we're going to be taking on Gnasty Gnorc, and then finally Gnasty's Loop. So this will be the final part of the first Spyro, and then after this we'll move on to Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. Interesting fact about Spyro 2 is that in certain countries, like in Australia, Spyro 2 was originally released as a title called Gateway to Glimmer, or Spyro Gateway to Glimmer. But I think in the original release in America and other countries along those lines, that it was actually released as Ripto's Rage. So, I don't know the reasoning behind that. Maybe it's because they felt that Ripto's Rage, the title name, was too violent. Oh, I just killed myself there. Maybe it's a censoring thing, I have absolutely no idea. But, either way. I quite like... I just did the same thing. I quite like the name Gateway to Glimmer and Ripto's Rage. I think they're both fitting. But when you think about it, Gateway to Glimmer isn't really... It doesn't really make sense to call it Gateway to Glimmer, because the only Gateway to Glimmer is the one you come through, so... I mean, I guess you could call it that, but it doesn't entirely make a load of sense. Whereas Ripto's Rage makes a lot more sense in terms of a game title. So, this level can be quite tough to get through. This is probably like the most difficult level in the game, or at least in the original Spyro Dragon. And it's usually this bit here that kills me. Actually, no, it's not this bit that kills me, it's the bit later on. You get a bit that's almost exactly like this. So we get the first dragon here, and this is Cosmos, again.
Thank you for rescuing me.
Doesn't have any explanation as to why he's been caught again. Then he... Well, I guess at least he thanks you for rescuing him. So we get another one of those guys there. Is there a skill point in here? There is a skill... No, there's no skill point. There must be a trophy. There's a trophy to collect to flame all of the cogs here in Twilight Harbour, but I've already gotten that trophy, so we're not going to be looking at that today. At the end, I may go back and look through all the skill points and everything like that of all 3 games. I believe that's what I'm going to do. And I try and get the platinum trophies for all 3 games as well. So this dragon is Cletus.
For Gnorc Commandos, Spyro.
They better be on the lookout for me.
Alright, so that's the last dragon in Twilight Harbour. I really called it North Cove. And what we want to do, we don't want to use the supercharge just yet, because we're going to do that. So if you flame or headbutt the crank, it'll lift up the bridge, and they want to use supercharge to jump above the bridge. And then you can use the supercharge to go here. I also got to manage to get a life out of that too. So I just find that the easier way to go around that. It does mean we have to go all the way back, but at least I've gotten rid of the Gnorcs up there, and I've gotten rid of that chest. So, I don't believe there's any gems left up here. But there is a extra life here. And there are some yellow gems over here on the factory. So you do need to come up here anyway. And I don't think I need that for anything else. Now we've got a commando and these two minions. Yeah, I'm not very good at avoiding them at all. In terms of avoiding projectiles, I'm not very good. Alright, is there another rat? No, there's not. So this is probably the bit that's going to kill me the most out of the entire game. Is there any other rats down here? I'll have to have a look. There's this one down this way, I think there is. There is one here. So I want to make sure that Sparks is golden, because it's a high likelihood that I'm going to die when trying to go through the next pathway. So we've got this guy. And this is the bit that's really tough. So this part here is probably the toughest part. And that's probably the first time I've gotten through it without being hit. Normally I usually die there. So that is Gnorc. Oh, sorry, that's Twilight Harbour. 100% complete. I did that in my record time. I've never done it that quickly before. So now Gnasty Gnorc is open. So we've gotten all the gems in Gnorc Cove, and we've got one dragon left after we defeat Gnasty Gnorc. Now, I recommend collecting all of the gems first before defeating Gnasty Gnorc, because otherwise you have to come back and do the level again. And there are a lot of gems in here. It takes a couple of goes to get Gnasty Gnorc, but hopefully it won't take too long. I would say he's probably the easiest boss out of any of the Spyro games, and I think, you know, that's expected, it being the first game. And there's the weird flying high glitch again. The audio glitched out for a second, and as soon as you spawn in, you have to run. Yep, as soon as you spawn in, you have to run. And then once we collect the gems in here, we want to catch this key thief. Now there are no fodder in this level if I'm not mistaken. So if you take damage, you'll take... I tried this flame in then, but I couldn't quite get him. Just as well because I missed some gems. Alright, we got the first key, which will go here. And this pathway is quite difficult. I have absolutely no idea where this egg thief went. This key thief went. Alright. Don't charge towards Gnasty Gnorc, just keep going. I went the wrong way. This way. Alright, we got the key from that thief. See, as you can see, I don't know how you actually perfect Gnasty Gnorc, but it's possible, apparently. He nearly got me then. Now you want to be careful, because as soon as you jump off, you're dead. And if you have low lives, and you have to restart, you have to collect all these gems again. But that's why I'm going through collecting all the gems first, and just taking my time. And I believe you have to get Flame Gnasty Gnorc about 3 times before you move on to the next stage. Maybe it's only once. I could be mistaken. You want to try and cut as much corners as possible, because you want to get to Gnasty Gnorc really quickly. He runs really fast for a heavily armored brute. There we go. And this bit can be quite tough. So you want to rush through here. And then you want to flame him before he gets you, but he was really close to getting me both times.
You're toast, Gnorc.
Did I not get every gem? No, I got all the gems.
Sorry I took so long. Almost forgot about you guys.
What about Gnasty Gnorc?
Gnasty Gnorc is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to find.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.
Alright, so we've just come back from Gnasty Gnorc. There was some credits, but I'm gonna end up edit them out of the video. That way, you know, when the actual ending arrives, that way you can actually watch the credits then. Or maybe I'll just edit them out. This is Magnus again.
Gnasty's ancient history now. So, what's in there?
I believe this is Gnasty's treasure hoard. But the gate will only open if you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom. Come back when you have reached 100%.
All dragons found. So now we've got 100%. Now it's time for Gnasty's loot. Now, interesting thing about Gnasty's loot is that you have infinite flight. Finally, in a game, or in a level of Spyro, besides the flight level, you have infinite flight. However, you can only fly as high as the doors that you have unlocked. So there are these random doors where you need to find keys for. So that was a really confusing thing when I first played Gnasty's loot on the PlayStation 1. But honestly, this is one of the best levels in the original Spyro, simply because of this feature. I really wish they added this feature in more levels. Alright. So we've got a key. If I'm not mistaken, that's the door I need to unlock. And now we get to fly a little bit higher. Alright, so we've got that key. Grab all these gems around here. I think I've got all the gems up here. Ah, okay, so you can't actually do a barrel roll in this. Normally you'd be able to do a barrel roll in the flight levels, but apparently not here. Alright, so I believe I'm high enough for the buildings now. So he gives you another key. I'm not high enough for all the buildings, so I'll go unlock the next door. So is this next door over here? No, it's over there, I believe. And there's another key. And that's, I think, the last one I need to get. Maybe it's not the last one. Now, in the next Spyro, Spyro 2, I don't believe they have any of these actual egg thieves or anything like that. But the minigames that they introduced in Spyro 2 are really fun, except for a couple. Namely the crystal popcorn. Basically all of the... yeah, the crystal popcorn, there's a couple of those. And the... all the mini games, except for the supercharge in Fractured Hills, are quite annoying as well. So if I'm not mistaken, that should have been the last key. I just need to fly through this cave, reach the exit. And then we can get up here. You need to get up here anyway because there is a gem. But now, I can flame all of the rockets on the buildings all together. Wow, I didn't even need to get hit by those. I learned something new today. Is it the last one? I believe that's the last rocket. Ah, there's one down here. Now that's not all of the gems. There's still quite a lot more. So what you want to do is you want to go up to this platform. Don't go to the return home portal, because there's a hell of a lot of gems in here. So if you get the trophy Rocketeer, you would think 4 fireworks boxes, or 3 fireworks boxes within 15 seconds. Or at least 3 fireworks. You'd think it would be these, but it's actually not, and I already covered that. But this is why I hadn't received a trophy until this playthrough. And what a hoard it is. And there's quite a few, Yep, that's all 2,000 gems. And there's quite a lot of, spoilers. So... Imagination rhymes with devastation. Confidence, I believe that is a level in Spyro 2. I could be mistaken, but it looks like it's a level from Spyro 2. That looks like Molten Crater. That top picture is Skelos Badlands. This lighthouse, I have absolutely no idea where that's from. But there are quite a number of nice artwork. Like, the artwork in this game is amazing. But that's the end of Spyro the Dragon from the Reignited Trilogy. And now we're gonna get to view the credits.
Spyro the Dragon, you defeated Gnasty Gnorc, collected the dragon eggs, saved all the dragons, and recovered every bit of treasure in the Dragon Kingdom. How do you feel?
I feel fired up, Bob. And I'm happy for the dragon world, of course. I certainly wouldn't want to spend the rest of my dragon days butting heads with Gnasty Gnorc and his weird minions.
What's a minion?
Never mind. You know what they say. For every good battle, you need a good adversary. And I felt that Gnasty, in spite of his misguided nature, was a worthy opponent. Uh-oh. Here we go again.
Alright, so you don't actually get to view any more credits after that, but that's alright. So at the end of that, it's a really nice game. This has been the end of Spyro the Dragon for the Reignited Trilogy. This is part 9 for the Reignited Trilogy. If you guys enjoyed the video and what I've been doing and all those good tiddly bits, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell to get notified of when my new videos go live. And hopefully I'll see you in part 10 for Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. And until then, I hope you guys have fun, have good happy gaming, and I'll see you guys next time.